That can't be right. What the heck? Guys, I don't know what's going on, but something is seriously messing with my channel. And if I can't fix it, the Filipina P is toast. So I don't know what the heck is happening. My videos aren't getting shown. My subscriber numbers are frozen. My income is dropping like a rock, and I gotta figure this out fast. Apparently, it's not just me. I'm seeing a lot of channels that are describing the exact same thing, all at the same time. So whatever it is, it's gotta be something wrong with YouTube. So guys, please, right now, will you make sure you're subscribed to my channel and that you're signed up to receive my notifications by hitting that little bell icon? Even if you think you already are, please just check. I've been trying to find you folks for over 5 years and I don't want to lose you now. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening, but it looks like about half of my viewers can't find my new videos. My first clue that something was wrong was a few weeks ago when people started emailing me and saying, P, why aren't you making any new videos? I'm like, what? I've been making new videos every single week for over half a decade, right on time. Well, I haven't gotten any notifications, and even when I go directly to your channel, I still don't see any new videos. So I figured it was just like a problem on their end. But when I looked at my numbers, I could see that there was definitely something very wrong. And imagine, guys, my panic. My views were less than a third what they normally are. And the videos I made about the foreigner getting thrown in jail and a video about AI barely got shown at all. Now, the subject of AI is one of the hottest trending topics on YouTube, so it was obvious that something was seriously screwed up. I also noticed that I was only getting about 10 subscribers a day instead of the hundreds I usually get. So I could tell that YouTube wasn't showing my videos to anyone new. So yeah, maybe I'm being punished by YouTube. And believe it or not, guys, I'm not very techy. So the first thing I did was to look on YouTube to see if anyone else was having the same problem. And sure enough, there are hundreds of channels reporting the same issue, the same problem. Not only from, Philippines channels, but all over the place. Nobody seems to know exactly what the cause is, but the latest theory is that YouTube used some AI program that's labeling videos not suitable for minors. Like, really? And it's literally making them invisible, especially if you're watching on a computer. And I don't know why it's picking on my channel because my content isn't graphic or vulgar, unlike a lot of other stuff out there. But for whatever reason, it decided to hide a whole bunch of my videos. I'm still trying to figure out what to do about it. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm all ears. In the meantime, I tried to jumpstart the algorithm by changing my release time. So for the very first time in 5.5 years, I'm moving from Friday morning at 8 to Friday evening at 6. I doubt that'll actually have any effect, but any change at all is probably a good thing at this point. So other than making sure you're getting my notifications, if you want to help, let me ask you a big favor that won't cost you anything at all, I promise. How about getting to know me all over again by watching one of my playlists? It's gonna be up here. So just click that link and tell it to play all. And you can see the evolution of my channel starting with my very first video. Oh my goodness. I was really nervous back then, but I was making videos that no one else was doing at that time. The other Filipina channels were only talking about themselves, what they ate for dinner, who they were dating, all that kind of stuff I thought was boring. So I decided to start a new kind of channel making videos about useful stuff. Stuff that people really need to know if they wanted to be happy in the Philippines and how to find a good woman. I tried to be completely honest and tell it like it is, no matter if it was something good or something that made us sound really bad. While other channels were saying how great the Philippines was, I was one of the very first channels, Filipino channels, that was going the other way. My second video ever was about how Filipinas lie all the time. And I think my fifth video was warning you guys about how Filipina might leave you if you brought her back to the West. No one else was doing stuff like that before, and I caught a lot of hell for it, especially from Filipinas, but oh well. At least I'm still alive, I survived. But they were mad, they were super mad. Like I said, I was really nervous when I started. I actually still am, and when I turned the camera on, I couldn't remember everything I wanted to say, and my videos ended up being kinda messy. So what I did was, I started writing out what I wanted to say beforehand, and once I had everything written down, it gave me more confidence because I knew I wasn't leaving out, important points. And I wasn't wasting your time with a lot of filler of ums and uhs and, repeating myself over and over. Maybe I'm just not patient enough, but I hate listening to someone, who keeps making the same point or someone who talks so slowly. I want to help him get the words out. So anyway, scripted videos became my favorite format. I did plenty of other stuff like building survival shelters and climbing trees and doing interviews. But my main kind of video was teaching people about the Philippines. And the best way to do that was to write it all down. The problem is, writing a good script can take up to 3 whole days. Now, my videos are usually around 15 minutes long, and if you've never written a 15-minute speech, try doing it sometime, and then do it twice a week for 5 years. One time I even made a video about making a video, and I showed exactly how I write everything, how long it takes just to find the perfect words, and to come up with funny jokes, and research what I'm saying to be sure it's accurate. And when you're doing that twice a week, it doesn't leave you much time to have a life. It's not easy to keep writing stuff that's informational and funny and original. At least, it wasn't easy. But then along came AI, and everything changed overnight. ChatGPT was released less than 2 years ago, and now you can crank out a script in less than 5 minutes. It's just as good as what I used to spend days creating, and that's exactly what a lot of channels are now using. All you need to do is tell ChatGPT to print out a 20-minute script about a Filipina's favorite sex position, and then sit there and read it. People who don't know what's going on will think you're so intelligent and funny and amazing, but it's actually so simple that a monkey can do it, which is why I'm never gonna use it to write my scripts. Overnight, AI pretty much ruined the thing I was best at, writing and comedy. And I'm afraid you're about to see a lot of channels that are basically just AI slop. But it gets even worse than artificial words. Totally fake channels are popping up everywhere with AI voices and even artificial people. I don't know if you've seen them yet, but there are even AI Filipina channels featuring women that don't exist. There are programs out there that allow you to make the entire video with just a few clicks on a keyboard, and I'm gonna predict that within just a year or two, a lot of what you see on YouTube will either be written by or presented by artificial intelligence. So what am I gonna do about it? Well, I'm gonna do what I've always done, which is the exact opposite of everyone else. I'm gonna become even more human. I think just being human is gonna be the new in thing, and people are gonna start to really value channels that they know are real, spoken by people they know are real. And fortunately for me, I've been around since way before AI, so at least you know I really exist. And I promise that whenever you see me or talk to me, it's really gonna be me. So what's that gonna do to my content? Well, I'm gonna be making some changes to my format. And the first thing I'm gonna do is to stop wasting 4 days a week writing scripts. I mean, what's the point, right? I can still be funny and give you lots of good info, but I'm just gonna say it right off the top of my head. Or maybe make an outline with some bullet points to talk about. I'm still gonna interview people and do mailbag videos and the news and my Christmas projects. But until further notice, I just won't be doing any scripted talking head videos. When I want to talk about a particular subject, I'm gonna shoot from the hip right there on my couch or whatever this is. This is my couch. So yeah, this is a couch. And just be the human P. Well, there's another thing though. I might even do some live streams, but it's definitely not my favorite. When I first started, I did live streams with other channels, and that was fine because I was brand new, but I never did like that format, and here's why. First of all, it seems kind of boring and slow moving. Live streams are more like just hanging out and not really talking about anything important. I can watch a 2-hour live stream, and at the end, I'm going, what did I just watch? What I've always tried to do was make videos that don't waste your time and videos that people can watch years later, and they're still just as useful. No one wants to watch a live stream from 5 years ago. Once it's done, it kind of just fades away. But the biggest reason I don't like them is because of the money thing. Ever since I started my channel, I've made it really clear, guys, that I wasn't gonna ask for your money. If you wanna give a gift to my channel, that's fantastic, but I'm never gonna make you feel obligated. I don't take sponsorships, and believe me, I get offers all the time. I turn down Sony, Fabrice, Atlas, VPN, several major clothing brands, and a bunch of dating sites because I don't want to put extra commercials in my videos. I've been doing this a long time, and you've never once seen a sponsored ad on a single one of my videos. I don't sell any merch. I don't try to get you to buy my coffee cups and t-shirts, and even though people say it can be really profitable, I'm really careful about never asking you for cash. And that's the other reason I don't do live streams. Now, I don't have any problem with people that do them. That's their business, and you can do whatever you want. But for me, it always felt like people were just trying to get donations and super thanks. And I don't blame them, but that's just not my style. I'd feel like I was begging for tips, especially if I'm just sitting there and not really doing anything except reading people's comments and talking about gossip. Anyone can do that, and if that's the kind of content you like, then there's plenty of other channels you can watch. I'd rather just let YouTube pay me, and as long as I get enough to make it worth my time, then that's good enough for me. Maybe I'll find a reason to do live streams in the future, but for right now, I'm just gonna stick with unscripted videos that are packed with stuff that you can actually use. But if that doesn't work out, I reserve the right to change my mind and go back to my old format. But until YouTube either fixes the problem or destroys me completely, I'm not gonna spend days writing my videos by hand that they don't even show. So get ready to see a lot of pee on the couch, and let's start a whole new chapter together. And before I go, I really want to thank all the wonderful folks on my Patreon page. When all this crap started happening with the channel, I turned to my closest friends, my patrons, and they talked me through everything and gave me good advice. I'd wake up 3 in the morning and not be able to sleep. I'd go on one of the chat rooms, and my patrons were always there to talk me in off the ledge. You guys have become my family, and I love talking to you every single day. Without you, I wouldn't even be here. So thanks for sticking with me through thick and thin. Well, that's it for this very unusual episode. And if you come up with any solutions to the YouTube thingy, I'd really appreciate the help. Like I said, I'm not very techy. I'm only human. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you have time, please do check my original videos. I really think you'd get a good laugh when you see how I started. Till next time, folks.
You know how cute I always thought you were.
If you think about it, I'm kind of like your lifeguard, keeping you from drowning in a sea of doubt about life in the Philippines. I won't let you dive right into the deep end without learning about our culture and customs. You can always count on me to take care of all the little details along the way. Wait, what is that in the pool? All right, everyone, out of the pool, out of the pool! We're gonna have to shut it down for weeks and get a hazmat crew in here. That's so disgusting. Which one of you subscribers did that?